Muletrain!
And it is time now for the Muletrain News Program on this Wednesday, April the 20th, 2016. Brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant.
Mike Pugh, 77, of Muleshoe, died last Friday in the hospital in Lubbock. Stancy Dale informs us that they have set up a GoFundMe account for the funeral expenses of Mike Pugh. Now, you may recall that Mike is survived by one daughter, Deborah Smith, also of Muleshoe. And Deborah took care for many years of her son, Zachary Smith, while he was ill. And of course, during that time, she was not able to work. Then, just over a year ago, Zach died, and Deborah Smith came to Muleshoe after that and lived with her father, who she also took care of during his last days. And during that time, she was not able to work either. Now she is faced with the final expenses to pay on her own. According to Stancy Dale, Deborah is an amazing person who would give her shirt off her back if it meant happiness for someone else. She is at the happiest when she is blessing someone else with her smile. You can go to http://GoFundMe/CXZGGJFW to make a contribution to the GoFundMe account for the funeral expenses of Mike Pugh. Mike Pugh had lived here in Muleshoe for 45 years, moving here from Hereford. He first was a roofer here in Muleshoe. Mike was born March the 9th, 1939 in St. Louis, Missouri, to William and Annie Margaret Pugh. He was preceded in death by his two sisters, Margaret Durbin of Muleshoe and Pat White of Dalhart, his son, Michael Shane Pugh, and his grandson, Zach Smith of Clovis. He went to school in Tulia, and Mike is survived by his daughter, Deborah Smith, of the home here in Muleshoe, and three grandsons, Michael Smith of Lubbock, Christopher and Britton Smith, both of Clovis. Please remember this family in your prayers. And repeating, Stancy Dale Russell has informed us there is a GoFundMe account that has been established to help pay for the final expenses of Mike Pugh. It is http://GoFundMe/CXZGGJFW. The Muleshoe High School Mighty M Band received a 1 in both sight reading and concert Tuesday at the University Interscholastic League competition held at Wayland Baptist University in Plainview. That means our Mighty M Muleshoe High School Band is a sweepstakes band, getting a 1 last fall in marching contest at Lowry Field in Lubbock. Be sure and enjoy their performance that they did last week on the Fine Arts Night to Shine on our website, muleshoetv.com. The Mighty M Band is under the direction of Daniel Barber and Grady Alberts. And the Mighty M Band is a sweepstakes band, getting both a one in sight reading and concert Tuesday at UIL at Wayland, and also, of course, last fall getting a one in marching. Have you noticed the cell phone tower has been built on U.S. Highway 84? That's right across the street from United Supermarkets, I guess parking lot you might say, and their station. Have you heard Joe Ellen and Barry Coward of Muleshoe are now grandparents? Their daughter, Robin Harris, gave birth to a baby daughter on yesterday, Tuesday. This is the first grandchild for Dr. and Mrs. Coward and the first child for Bryce and Robin Harris of Tyler. Bryce and Robin have named her Maggie Jo. Of course, the Jo comes from her namesake grandmother, Jo Ellen. She weighed 8 pounds and 1 ounce at birth and is 21 inches long. Congratulations to Bryce and Robin Coward on the birth of this new little baby daughter, Maggie Jo, and of course to Joellen and Barry Coward here in Muleshoe, the grandparents. On Wednesday, the Lady Mules who are down at Tulia participating in the area track meet are in high jump Connie Niblett, 300 hurdles Marilyn Melendez, 1,600 meter run, and the 3,200 meter run Lily Martinez. The 800 meter relay team composed of Blanca Ramirez, Jasmine Arellano, Kendall Miller, and Maria Rubalcaba, and the mile relay team of Blanca Ramirez, Connie Niblett, Kendall Miller, and Maria Rubalcaba are all participating, and good luck to them. Then the mules at area track in Tulia on Wednesday are Danny Campus, high jump, he was second in the district, and sprint relay third in the district, and the 200 meter run he placed fourth. Beto Diaz is also there in Tulia, and he was third in the 100 meter in district, sprint relay third, and the 800 meter relay he placed first. Then first place in the mile relay was Dagan Dunham. 1,600 meter alternate is Mario Flores. 1,600 meter fourth, Jacob Kettner. In the shot, third, Jackson Lee. Michael Lozano was fourth in the 400 meter. And Cesar Oliveira was first in both the shot and the discus. Evan Paez in the 3,200 meter was second, and second also in the 1,600 meter, and first in the mile relay. Joel Reyes was in the sprint relay third, the 800 meter relay first, and also first in the mile relay. And Aaron Ross was in the high jump first, 200 meter first also in the 800 meter and the mile relay team. Trey Villa placed first in the 800 meter relay team and sprint relay, he was third in district and is there in Tulia today. Joe Wagner placed fourth in the pole vault. Good luck to all these mules now at Tulia participating in the area track meet. And now it is time for the weather forecast brought to you by 5 Area Telephone, West Plains Telecommunications. But first, a message from our sponsor.
Secure your life with fast technologies available through 5 Area, whether you're in Muleshoe or anywhere in the world. Security and automation services for your home, farm, or business available now through your hometown company, 5 Area. Plans starting now at $20 per month. Fast Technologies offers live and recordable video surveillance. Control your door locks and garage doors, whether you're in your recliner around the corner or in Dallas. Lighting control and motion detection. Door and window sensors. Receive alerts through text, email, or phone. Plans again starting at $20 per month. Call today, 5 Area, 806-272-5533, or go by their website at 5area.com. They will also be happy to give you an on-site demo, so stop by their offices today, 302 Uvalde Street on the west edge of Muleshoe. A DSL internet connection is required. That's home, farm, and business security and automation services available through Fast Technologies at 5 Area. Call 806-272-5533 for more information. Well, we did get some rain here in the Muleshoe area on Tuesday during the morning and afternoon hours, as right here at Channel 6 it rained 23/100ths of an inch. Also, the Muleshoe Mesonet site 2 miles south of town got 18/100ths of an inch of rain on Tuesday. Some other area Mesonet totals from yesterday: Amherst got 4/10ths, Anton got 34/100ths, Dimmitt got 23/100ths, Dora, New Mexico nearby got 8/100ths, Floydada 34/100ths, Friona 46/100ths, Levelland 28/100ths, Lubbock got 15/100ths, Morton got 6/10ths, Olton got 38/100ths, and Denver City got 3/100ths of an inch of rain. The high on Tuesday was 70 and the low was 47 right here in Muleshoe. Looking at our weather forecast for today for the Muleshoe area: patchy fog this morning, otherwise mostly sunny this afternoon. High near 74 degrees, south-southwest winds around 10 miles per hour, becoming southwest later this afternoon. Tonight, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, low around 43. Sunny for Thursday, high near 73 degrees, north-northeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, mostly clear Thursday night, low around 45. Friday, sunny, high near 75 degrees, south-southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, partly cloudy Friday night, low around 48. Mostly sunny for Saturday, beginning the weekend. High near 79 degrees, south-southwest winds 10 to 20 miles per hour, partly cloudy Saturday night, low around 52. Sunday, mostly sunny, high near 81 degrees, west winds 15 to 20 miles per hour. Then Sunday night, mostly clear, low around 48. So looks like a very nice week ahead. We've got a 20% chance of rain for Wednesday night. Other than that, no rain chances so far in our forecast. But repeating our forecast for today: mostly sunny this afternoon, high near 74 degrees, south-southeast winds 10 to 10 miles per hour, becoming southwest later this afternoon. A 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms possible Wednesday night, mostly cloudy, low around 43. Sunny on Thursday, high near 73 degrees, north-northeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, mostly clear Thursday night, low around 45. 5 Area Telephone, West Plains Telecommunications has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast.
Libby Liao and Angelica Toscano want you to join them at Liao's Mexican food restaurant at 1010 West American Boulevard in Muleshoe, Texas. Come and eat anything from quesadillas to grilled cheese and the best hamburgers in town, open every day of the week. I especially like the bean and cheese burritos. I have traveled throughout Texas, New Mexico, and Colorado and never eaten at a better Mexican food restaurant than the original Liao's. This is Julia Reynolds, and I know that the original Liao's is the best.
This edition edition of the Mule Train is being brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Food Restaurant, along with the First Bank, where you can now show your school spirit and earn cash for your school every time you swap your card with the First Bank School Spirit MasterCard. Debit cards available now for the Mule Shoe Mules. Go by 202 South 1st Street or call 806-272-4515. The School Spirit MasterCard debit cards available from First Bank and available for the Mule Shoe Mules at First Bank. Again, call 806-272-4515 or go by 202 South 1st Street. The First Bank right here in Muleshoe, member FDIC. Spring is now in the air and Daisies and Dirt is open again Monday through Saturdays, 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. Call Kim Birkenfield, 806-566-5875. Now in bedding plants, including petunias, geraniums, marigolds, vinca, lobelia, and more. They have hanging baskets, also tomato, pepper, and herb plants. Also, they're carrying pots, potting soil, bug spray, and fertilizer. They're at 571 County Road 24. That's 1 mile west of Lasbuddy and a quarter mile south. Call Kim Birkenfield at Daisies and Dirt, 806-566-5875.
John Ryan Isaacson, son of Dieter and Christine Isaacson of the Lasbuddy area, has been chosen as a Bob Bullock Scholar, which means that he will intern in the Texas legislature next year in Austin. Congratulations to you, John Ryan, who is a student at Baylor University in Waco. He's a graduate of Farwell High School and also the grandson of Mike Miller of Lasbuddy and the late Pamela Miller. We're so very proud of John Ryan Isaacson, who has been chosen as a Bob Bullock Scholar in Austin starting next session of the Texas legislature. The varsity softball team from Muleshoe High School was not able to play their game on Tuesday at Shallowater. They plan to play their game Wednesday night at 9 o'clock at Shallowater if the field permits. You know, they had a lot of rain down in the Lubbock area. The JV game has been canceled, according to Coach Ryan Miller. The softball varsity Lady Mules are 4-1 in district. In baseball, the Mules were able to play here in Muleshoe, Freona on Tuesday and lost to Freona 5-1. Muleshoe is now 3-4 in district and third place in the district behind Shallowater, who has a perfect 6-0, and then Freona is second and the Mules third. Our overall record is 5 wins, 12 losses, and 1 tie, according to Coach Wes Boatman for the Muleshoe Mules baseball team. Now, they have changed the 2016 Muleshoe Mules football schedule. It'll start on August the 12th with a scrimmage with Bushland there. And then the 18th, there will be a scrimmage here, and that will be with Seminole. And that is both games at 6:30. Then on August the 26th, the season opens at Levelland, and all games are at 7:30. We play Snyder September the 2nd here in Muleshoe, and that's the first time I think we have ever played Snyder, a much bigger team, our town. September the 9th, we play at Brownfield. September the 16th, we play at Childress. September 23rd, here we host Idlew, and then September the 30th is an open date. Homecoming is October the 7th, and that is, of course, opening the district play with Slayton. October 14th, we travel to River Road up in the Amarillo area. October 21st, we host Freona and then Littlefield October the 28th. And we end the regular season at Shallowater on November the 4th. That is for the Varsity Mules football season that has been updated. We need to remember, please, on our prayer list, all of those in the Houston area who have been so devastated by the flooding water, and others in other parts of our country as well as those on a medical mission. A former resident of Muleshoe, Jerry Putman, who graduated from Muleshoe High School in 1971, is right now in Madagascar. And he is an OBGYN surgeon on a medical mission trip there. And they are in the path of a massive Category 5 cyclone in the Indian Ocean, according to Leanne Yerby Baker, daughter of Eleanor and Chester Yerby of Muleshoe. And Jerry Putnam is the son of Dr. and Mrs. B.R. Putnam, and Dr. Putnam ran the optometrist clinic here in Muleshoe that now Dr. Jerry Redwine operates. Please remember Jerry Putnam and all of those on the medical mission trip in Madagascar and the people of that area as well. In our bargain basement for sale, an Amana refrigerator, 20 cubic inches, and it has 2 doors. The freezer is above. It has frost free in the freezer. It's an off-white color in good condition. Call Johnny Gonzalez at 806-518-2012 or see at 307 West Avenue K. That's for sale, an Amana refrigerator, 20 cubic inches. Also, Johnny needs to buy a portable basketball goal that he could put in his driveway. Call Johnny Gonzalez at 806-518-2012 if you have a portable basketball goal that you would sell to him. We want to say a big happy birthday this week to Diana Harrison, and also a little bit younger than Diana, Kinley Helton. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just one moment. Please stay tuned.
Don't forget the spring collection is now at BK Boutique. They're having new arrivals perfect for your wardrobe for this springtime weather we're having at 200 East 21st Street in Clovis, New Mexico. BK Boutique, they're open Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Their spring collection is in and new pieces arriving daily at BK Boutique, 200 East 21st Street in Clovis, New Mexico, 575-762-1848. Speaking of spring, the plants, vegetable plants, are now in at Frying Cox here in Muleshoe, 401 South 1st Street. They have parsley, peppers, mint, several different types, along with several different types of peppers, strawberries, watermelons, basil, oregano, habaneros, also jalapenos, bee balm, rosemary, and lavender, and lots of varieties of tomatoes like Beefmaster, Early Girl, Bush Goliath, Celebrity, Phoenix, and patio tomatoes, along with crookneck and straight neck squash and zucchini. All available now at 401 South 1st Street, Frying Cocks, right here in Muleshoe, and coming very soon. They'll have in their flowers. Call 806-272-4511. They're open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. at Frying Cocks right here in Muleshoe. Recover close to home at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center with the Swing Bed Program. It's for patients discharged from Muleshoe or any other hospital following an acute illness, injury, or surgery, but still need time and physical therapy to heal and strengthen before going home. Call for more information about the Swing Bed Program at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center. Lucy Garcia, RN, at 806-272-4524 to see if you or your loved one qualifies. The Swing Bed Program now available at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center, 708 South 1st Street, right here in Muleshoe. Again, call 806-272-4524.
Kay Ramage of Muleshoe informs us that on Sunday morning at 6:30, the Muleshoe police informed her that the home of her late parents, Miss Frankie Fine, had burned to the ground. It was located south of town, 1 mile off of Highway 214 on the highway that goes out to Coyote Lake Feed Yard. The house burned to the ground. We're glad to report that it was vacant. It was last occupied by Stephen DeBusk. The Economic Development Corporation of Muleshoe will have a regular meeting Thursday at 5:15 in the City Hall in the council chambers here in Muleshoe. And among the items on the agenda will be a closed session. They will have deliberations regarding the economic development negotiations with Capital Growth, Butch Halter, and Shopco. And also, they will have a speaker from the Lubbock Economic Development Alliance, CEO John Osborne, who will talk about the Economic Development Commission. In administrative reports, Casey Coker, who is the director of the Muleshoe Economic Development Corporation, says that they will talk about finances and budget. There will be an update from the retail coach, also an update on workforce, and upcoming events will be announced. That's at the Muleshoe Economic Development Corporation meeting in regular session on Thursday at 5:15 at the council chambers at City Hall. The Muleshoe High School students who have advanced to the Regional University Interscholastic League academic meet will start competing in Abilene on Friday, and that will continue until Saturday. From Muleshoe High School, these students have qualified to region. Esmeralda Cabrera in accounting, Beto Diaz in calculator applications, Lizette Vinzor in calculator applications, and the entire team, which includes also Angie Aviles and Victoria Villalobos and Vanessa Mojica, Haley Might in editorial writing, as well as Colton Morrison, Lizette Mojica in headline writing. Informative speaking, Chris Barber, Kiera Regalado in informative speaking, Rochelle Whitworth, Lincoln Douglas debate, Hallie Might in literary criticism, Sadie Suddeth news writing, Chris Flores poetry interpretation, and Allegra Mora in the same competition, Zena Gallegos prose interp, as well as Mario De Hoyos. Paula Patel Ready Writing, Eric Vila, Science, Top Biology, and Allegra Mojica, Social Studies. Good luck to all of these students Friday and Saturday in Abilene at the Regional University Interscholastic League Academic Meet. Well, I want to thank Gil Robert for holding down the fort and keeping the mules clopping so very well while I was gone the last 3 weeks, staying in Bryan with my daughter-in-law, Alicia Reynolds, and of course my granddaughters, Julia and Isla Reynolds. The reason I extended my a stay there in Bryan was because my granddaughter Julia Reynolds, who is a 5th grader at Johnson Elementary, won first in the essay contest at the George Bush Library, and I wanted to go to the presentation. But that was last Thursday, and then I got an extra treat on Friday going to the Steel Creek Equestrian Center out from Bryan College Station, where I got to see Julia not only get a personal trophy, but also compete with the Brazos Pony Club. And this was their first rally, these girls together, and they won first place, and it was so exciting. Her horse is Thunder, and Julia, 10 years old, and Thunder, a little bit older than Julia, did wonderful, and so did her Brazos Pony Club. And it was very, very interesting. I noticed where the Steel Creek Equestrian Center, which is located at the Steel Creek home out from Bryan College Station, is now being used to bring cattle and horses in because it's a very huge center. And it's on land where they have for abused and neglected children a home, and they go to school out there, and it is very, very interesting. Many of you gave contributions to the Steel Creek Equestrian Center because Julia raised money a couple of years ago at Christmas time for this center. And they had boys, well, they didn't have boys, they had a boy and girls galore. Come from all over that area down in Houston and up in the College Station area to participate in this Pony Club rally. One of the neat things that we did was go to Martha's Bloomers. That's in Navasota, right outside of College Station. And that is a most interesting nursery, gift shop, and tea room. And we were the guests of my college friend from Texas Tech, Dr. Nancy Jo Dyer, who taught at Texas A&M, and her husband Steve Hodge, and they live there in Nancy Jo's home or family home in Navasota. The reason Nancy Jo and I were friends, back in 1961, I had on KTXT FM program Maggie Till Midnight every Saturday night. And Nancy Jo, I think, was the only tech student on the campus who had a FM radio in 1961. I also did not leave out my younger granddaughter, who is a Daisy Girl Scout. And I went to Girl Scouts with her And on tomorrow, she's going to go to the Schubert Exotic Bird Health Center at Texas A&M University in College Station with her Daisy Scouts. Now, this is an academic center within the College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences at A&M. Their mission is to conduct research into health issues affecting pet, wild, and exotic birds. This includes not just the physical health of the birds, but also their mental health and the health of the environment in which the birds live. I think that's most interesting, and what Isla had to do. Now, Isla is 6 years old and in kindergarten at Johnson Elementary in Bryan. She had to collect toilet paper rolls that they're going to make tomorrow into birdhouses for all these exotic birds and wild birds there at A&M. On your prayer list, please continue to remember the family of 10-year-old Hannah Simmons, daughter of Miss Scott Simmons of Muleshoe. Her funeral was held Monday, and her long illness devastated not only her family, but also our entire community of Muleshoe. She was the granddaughter of Mr. and Mrs. Mike Richardson of Muleshoe. Remember Brenna Birch, Mary Jo Burge, Terry Byers and James, Leona Harris, Ruby Henderson, Jean Paul Jarman and Corlin, Flo Jones over in Clovis, Blanders and Nina, Doyle King and Leela Sue, Laurinette Mason in Lubbock, Suzanne Nichols, Mary Ellen Robertson, Maxine Rogers, Carrie John Schuster, R.L. and Doris Scott, Gabriella Stone, Brian Taylor, Dorothy Turner, Glenn Watkins, Laverne Wynn, Dorothy Sorley, Reese Brown, Jerry and Bill Savuto, Cleo and Ruby Ward, Mrs. Wayne Pearson of Nazareth, formerly of Muleshoe, Jinx Myers and Rowena, Bernie Martz, and John Snell, the families of Dee Chitwood, Angie Castillo, Larry Kirk, Vernon Puckett, Glenn Williams, Becky Gonzalez, Bob Donaldson, Robert Hunt, Carolyn Gross, G.R. Lassiter, Alma Burton, and Esmeralda Lopez. Remember little Clark, Colson Clark, grandson of Miss Gary Clark of Muleshoe, Ronnie Shaford, Michael Martinez, Sean Shipman, Larry Thornton, and don't forget that there is a fund for Colton and Michelle Hill, who lost their home recently out in the Lasbuddy community due to a fire. The fund is at the Muleshoe State Bank, and they have 3 children. And you can leave your contributions there. And remember, Colton Hill family, all in your prayers.
Well, it is just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News program on Channel 6 as well. Find it free of charge on demand on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. History tours for kids. Details in a moment on the Sound of Texas.
And the Sounds of Texas are brought to you here on Reach Broadband Channel 6 as well as MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association with offices in Muleshoe as well as in Morton. They're celebrating 76 years of rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle all hope that you enjoy the Sounds of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
Lucille Estelle of Rockdale first saw the light of day at Harris Hospital in Fort Worth.
I was the first baby born in that hospital. I was born on March 3rd, 1930. My mother was the first patient, and her obstetrician there had been her teacher in Rockdale. I think that's unusual. My dad was working up there at that time as a plumber, and right after I was born, they came back to Rockdale. I was only a month old when we moved back here. Both my maternal and paternal grandparents were from Rockdale, and I worked away from here from the time I was 7 until I was 64, but we always called Rockdale home. My grandparents built the house we're in right now in 1924.
Lucille had a career in education, teaching in Mission and Marshall. She has written 3 books, all about history.
We're working here in Rockdale on April 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. We're having what we're calling Heritage Days. Again, see, I believe if we don't teach our young people their heritage, shame on us. And we're taking a group of 2nd graders, and we're preparing a coloring book of historic sites in Milam County.
The kids are taking a bus tour of historic sites in the county.
We think they need to know that about their heritage, and then we're sponsoring a tour, a narrated tour for adults. A lot of the adults don't know about these sites. You know, we've tried to show them what we think is important. We've preserved our old depot, we've preserved the K Theater, and we're preserving our history. We're trying to preserve a sidewalk right over here across the street from me that we think has been a place where generations have walked for many years.
That theater has become important to Rockdale.
Oh, the K Theater is wonderful. It was made from a Quonset hut. I believe in 1947 is the year it was started. And it was a movie theater, but it was sitting there in ruin, and a group bought it, and they've done what they've done with the depot. They have restored it. And we have movies in there. We have them sometime on Thursday night, old movies you can see. Part of our Heritage Festival will be in there. It's a registered Texas historic landmark.
Lucille Estelle of Rockdale. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.
Time now for the market report brought to you today by Stephen Dement, financial advisor with Edward Jones, located right here in Muleshoe at 104 West 2nd Street. Call 806-272-4102. He can assist you with any of your financial needs, no matter where you live. The market report was recorded today, Wednesday, April the 20th at 11:50 a.m.
This is Dana Rempe of Edward Jones, bringing you the daily financial market report. U.S. stocks are mixed with little change this morning as investors continue to assess earnings reports and the decline in oil prices. In earnings news, both Coca-Cola as well as U.S. Bancorp reported first quarter results in line with expectations. In economic news, U.S. existing home sales rose 5.1% in March, a sign of recovery in the housing market after a rocky start to the year. Bond prices are slightly higher this morning. So far this morning in the S&P 500, the best performing sector is healthcare, while the worst performing sector is consumer staples. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 69 points to 18,123. The S&P 500 index is up 4 points to 2,105, and the NASDAQ Composite Index is up 14 to 4,954. This morning, volume on the New York Stock Exchange is high with 449 million shares traded. Advancers are outnumbered decliners by a narrow margin. In commodity markets, the spot price of gold is up $5 to $1,255. The spot price of silver is up 23 cents to $17.16, and crude oil prices are down 12 cents to $40.96. In bond markets, the 30-year Treasury yield is currently 2.57%, and the 10-year Treasury yield is 1.77%. In stocks of local interest, Procter & Gamble is down 96 cents to 82.32. Berkshire Hathaway is down 37 cents to 145.58. Xcel Energy is down 46 cents to 40.70. Pfizer is up 26 cents to 33.15. Walt Disney is up 64 cents to 103.28. Apple is up 87 cents to 107.78. Johnson & Johnson is up $1.03 to 113.71. Vodafone is down 6 cents to 33.76. And Chevron is up $1.37 to 101.87. This is Dana Rempe of Edward Jones, member SIPC, serving individual investors with personalized attention and long-term financial advice at 104 West 2nd Street in Muleshoe. Daily commentary is also located on our website at edwardjones.com.